Hello everyone, Joel here again, and today what we're going to do is we're going to take some iPad icons that I have sketched out in my iPad in Adobe Draw, and we're going to export that to the computer and use Illustrator to clean them up, to crop them, to make them the right size, and then finally put them into InDesign where I have an iPad mock-up that I've designed, and we're going to place them in and label them in accordingly so it looks like those icons really belong there. First thing we're going to do is jump over to the iPad and see what I've done. And what you can see here is saved to my camera roll 8 icons that are admittedly very rough, but for this particular project it's not important for me to have spent ages designing them perfectly. I've got one here for books, iBooks, camera, game controller, clock, the time, music, weather, video, and calculator. Okay, now you can see they're very rough, and in fact they're not perfect squares. They've all got colored backgrounds, but they need to be trimmed, they need to be resized better than they are right now. So what I've done is I've done these in InDesign, I've done these in Adobe Draw. I've saved them to my camera roll. I now need to put these into Google Drive so it sits on my computer ready to put into Illustrator. So let's jump into Illustrator and see what I've got. So here we are in Illustrator in a template that I've designed. We've basically got 20 artboards, perfect squares in a grid, and we're going to place the images one by one. So we're going to go to File, Place. Here's my first one, so I'm going to double click that, and I'm just going to roughly trace that into the artboard. It doesn't matter if I'm not exact at this stage. Press Crop Image, press OK for that, and I'm just going to bring it down here like this and up here on this side to the left on this side, making sure that I get it. And it needs to be somewhat like a square. I think that's pretty good. Let's press Apply, and now we'll just resize it in each corner. There we go. Alright, and there's my first one. Looks pretty good. Let's do the next one. File, Place, Camera this time. Sketch it out. There. Press Crop Image. Again, doesn't have to be perfect at this stage because we will resize it later. Okay, so we're cropping this, getting rid of the curved edges and things like that, so it's nice and straight. We can now resize it. There we go. Okay, so that's my next one. Now, I'm going to jump ahead to show you what I have done when they're all finished. Okay, so here they are all finished. Now we just need to export these. So we'll go to File, Export, and Export for Screens. And all of these are ticked. We can untick these, but I'm not going to bother because anything that doesn't have anything in the artboards won't be exported anyway, so I'm not bothered by it. All we have to do is press Export, and this is going into my Pictures folder. And you can see there they are, perfect squares, all the same size, ready to go into InDesign, which is what we'll do in the next movie.